President Donald Trump has officially signed a major peace plan with Iran. The hard copy of the agreement is finalized and has been sent to Tehran to get signed as well. What's interesting here is the fact that now the world knows what are those 14 key points on which the US and Iran finally agreed to put a full stop on the ongoing tussle. Namaste, I am Anuradha and this is Organizer. I will break down those 14 pointers of the peace plan mentioned in the MOU signed by Trump. Let me tell you, this is the official agreement which led to the final peace deal. The very first points focus on stopping the war right now. The US and Iran has agreed to an immediate and permanent stop to all military operations against each other. This covers all fronts, including the fighting in Lebanon. Both countries promise not to use force or threaten each other anymore. Interestingly, text mentioned allies, but it does not explicitly name Israel or Hezbollah. However, Vice President J.D. Vance stated that this means Iran must stop funding violent regional groups like Hezbollah. Both nations have promised to respect each other's border. They have agreed to stop interfering in each other's internal affairs. This is a huge symbolic shift that means the US is agreeing to stop pushing for a regime change in Iran, which has been going on for months now. US and Iran have committed to negotiating a final permanent deal within a maximum of 60 days. Because the deal was signed on June 17, the clock ends on August 16. However, both sides can agree to extend it if they need more time. The talks will have to navigate some major dates in Iran. The Islamic holiday of Ashura is on June 25th. Also, Iran will hold a multi-day burial for Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei from July 4 to July 9, who was killed in the early stages of the war. This one is about the story of global shipping. The war heavily choked world trade, and this deal opened the waters back up. Iran has asked the US to immediately start lifting its naval blockade. Iran has demanded that the blockade must be fully gone by July 19, which means within 60 days. The US also has agreed to pull its military forces out of the area surrounding Iran within 30 days after a final deal is signed. This likely applies to the 50,000 extra troops sent to the region for the war. In return, this is big. Iran will immediately open the Strait of Hormuz for commercial ships. For the first 60 days, passage will be safe and completely free of charge. Iran will also spend the first 30 days clearing out sea mines and military obstacles. Lastly, Iran will talk with Oman to design a long-term plan to run the Strait of Hormuz. This means Iran might be allowed to charge shipping fees in the future, creating a massive permanent revenue stream. To get Iran to agree to these terms, the US is offering an incredible amount of money. First, the US Treasury will immediately issue waivers so Iran can start selling its crude oil to the world again right now, even while negotiations continue. This provides instant relief to Iran's economy and restores the global oil prices and supply. Finally, the US and its regional partner promised to create a $300 billion plan to rebuild Iran's economy. This is a massive sum of money. US has also promised to completely wipe out all type of sanctions against Iran in the final deal. This includes US sanctions and UN Security Council sanctions. This goes much further than the past deals, allowing Iran back into the international banking sector. But now comes the major part. What about Iran's nuclear program? This is the most sensitive topic and the deal leaves many details open. In the 8th point of the peace plan, Iran had said that it will not build or acquire nuclear weapons. They agrees to blend down their current stockpiles of enriched uranium on site. This will happen under the close supervision of the International Atomic Energy Agency. While negotiations happen, both sides must freeze things as they are. For now, Iran will keep its nuclear program at its current status quo, and the US cannot add any sanction or send more troops to the region. This locks the current situation in place so neither side can gain a sudden advantage while talking. Now the next point is about immediate oil sales. Right now, the US Treasury must issue waivers so that Iran can instantly start exporting its crude oil and petroleum products. This includes opening up banking and insurance for these shipments. Iran does not have to wait for the final treaty. They get to sell oil immediately while bring instant cash to their struggling economy and restore the global oil supply. The US agrees to hand back all Iran's frozen bank accounts and assets immediately. Iran can use this money to pay any beneficiary it wants. Iran has publicly demanded $24 billion. However, experts estimate the actual value of Iran's frozen global funds is much higher, tracking between $124 billion and $167 billion. The final points ensure that both sides actually follow through. The US and Iran will create a special team to monitor the deals and verify compliances. Vice President Vance made it clear that this deal depends on performance. If Iran follows the rules, they get access to the global economy. If they do not, they get nothing. To start the official negotiation for the permanent deal, the immediate steps must happen first. The US must drop the blockade and unfreeze funds, and Iran must open the Strait of Hormuz. Lastly, the two sides agree that the final deal must be endorsed by a binding UN Security Council resolution, because the Security Council includes the US, the UK, France, China, and Russia. This makes the deal a global law. It will be much harder for the future US president or a future Iranian government to tear it up. That is all 14 points of the agreement. It stops the clashes today, but the next 60 days of talking will decide the future of the world. What do you think about this deal? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching.